Hello and welcome back to another Snapshot video. In today's Snapshot, we are taking a look at 19W11A. This reminds me of 18W11A. It was a big snapshot, and today we also have a big snapshot. And you may have noticed that has changed a little bit. And yeah, the F3, we're going to go through some of the smaller things first before we have a look at some of the major changes in this snapshot. As you can see, some of the little small tweaks, like the F5 mode or the third person, now works better through Kelp. Your thing isn't bugging around like mad, and it is way better, smoother and nicer. And that is going to take some time to get used to, but that makes more sense now. It does seem to be a bit of a bug if you go like that. The screen kind of shifts a little bit, but who cares, Let's move on. What do we want to look at first? Let's go over to our village, and if I do that and I do that, there we go. We are here at our village, and we got a nice village here, but a few things we need to take a look at first before we go and take a look at the villagers. We have crafting recipes for the two blocks which currently do not have any AI, and we do understand UI. We do understand at the moment that there will not be any UI coming in these updates. These will be coming in in the next major themed update. So maybe you could make some guesses down in the comment section on what these possibly could be. So how you craft them. For the smithing table, you craft it with 4 planks and 2 iron ingots. For the fletching table, you craft it with 4 planks and 2 flint. That's nice and simple. We also have a new banner dye recipe pattern. That's the word I was thinking of, and it is the globe. This is it here. I've used the green colour with it, and this can now be put on banners. This cannot be found in survival yet. It can only be gained through the creative inventory, which we can just get by typing in globe, and also by commands. So currently there is no easy way of getting this in survival mode, so I'm sure that will be to come in the future. The next thing we're going to be having a look at is one more bug fix, which I believe if we head just over here, we will have a look. As you can see, we have one of the age-old bugs. When you get into a bed, let's say standing here, the particles will actually be still facing in this direction I'm standing in. This no longer happens if we set time. If I can write the right command, if we do time set and then night, just like that. Here we go, we've got some nighttime, and as you can see, all of the particles are facing me at the moment. Usually they'd stay facing this direction, and it would look very odd, and sometimes they wouldn't appear or be slanted. But if we jump into the bed, as you can see, the particles there have all changed, which is very nice, meaning that one of those old bugs has finally left the game. Let's take a look at the main feature in today's update. I'm going to clear my inventory just like that. What we're going to do is we are going to go and find one of our villager friends, which hopefully, there we go, I spotted you. If we have a look, we have new villagers with new AI, new functionality, and all those kind of bits and pieces. And this seems to be the village meeting point, as we have a bell here. So we might see some more villagers turn up in a little bit. This is the new AI. I think it's still buggy, and actually we get told what level the villager at. As you can see, we have the sort of a silver or the starter belt, and this is the novice. So let's say we go and get some chicken. The labelling seems to be a bit off at the moment. I'm just going to grab some chicken just like that. I'm going to put this into you there. I wonder if that works. It does still work in there. If we take a few out, as you can see, the bar at the top is filling up. We are going to take some out just like that, and we're going to go to the next shade. As we can see, that is raw pork chop. So I'm just going to grab some raw pork chops now. There we go. And I'm also going to trade these in. And there we go. We have now reached. I'm going to lock that trade. There we go. As you can see, now if we give this guy a second, he should refresh the trades with the particles. There we go. Now he's nice and refreshed. Now he is an apprentice. If we move along, as you can see, he is now trading coal. We have got 2 more trades unlocked. If we go through, we're going to unlock these trades as well. So there we go. We are going to put some coal in there. We're going to get all that, and now we are going to put some emeralds in there and get a load of chicken. There we go. So now we give him a second. I believe he won't refresh. This is what I found. He won't refresh until he restocks. They can restock up to 2 times a day, as you can see here if you hover over this locked out arrow. Villagers restock up to 2 times per day if they can access their workbench. So for the butcher, my guess is it would be some kind of furnace maybe? Let's see where he goes. I'm just going to... Is he actually... No, he's not following me. Let's see where he goes. I'm going to hop into spectator mode to see if he wanders back to his house. Which at the moment, I'm not 100% sure what he's doing. I'm wondering if this is the place over here. He might be wandering back over here, so we'll give that a second. The next thing I want to do is I want to quickly jump back into creative mode. We are going to grab a villager spawn egg, just like that. We're going to place that down. And if we hold an emerald, as you can see, he's walked off. What we're going to do is we are going to grab some brown wool, as you can see here as a trade. If we now hold this brown wool, just like that, we should see... There we go. We will actually be able to see what they are trading for that item. So, now we can put that in there, and obviously the whole leveling up system works just like that. But as you can see, they will now hold the items they want to trade. As we have locked that out, I believe he still wants to trade it. He hasn't made his mind up. Oh, there we go. I reckon if we lock that out just like that, can we trade a little bit more? There we go. I believe, yes, he will no longer hold the emerald, as he is no longer trading that, as he doesn't have any left with him. He doesn't have any more emeralds, is my guess, or something along those lines. So he will go and restock. He'll restock up to 2 times per day. And there are some changes to iron golem spawning mechanics. As we can see over here, we have one of these fellas over here. This has spawned in naturally when you generate the village. This has now changed. If I quickly grab up the changelog right next to me, there we go. These guys now spawn in differently. It's no longer dependent on doors. These are how it used to spawn in. How many doors were in the village. It no longer works like this, which my guess is this has broken all iron farms, as all iron farms depend on doors. Now they don't. So my guess is iron farms have been fully broken in this update. I'm sure there will be a way found to modify this. The way iron golems spawn in is now when enough villagers meet. So I'm wondering if you just get a large collection of villagers, you'll just have iron golems spawning in. Might have a mess around with that later today. So yeah, they spawn in when there's a lot of villagers meeting in one area. So I guess there's a defense mechanism. And villager detection is now based on beds and job sites and meeting points instead of doors. A meeting point would count as something just like this. As we can see, it's got the bell. I think that counts as the meeting point. If we place a lovely bell down, there we go. So yeah, it will depend on where the meeting points are, how many jobs there are, and all those kind of bits and pieces. So it's a lot more dependent on the actual village itself. You can grow it, and hopefully this should modify it a lot more. So there have been a lot of villager changes. I've only gone over a brief overview. There seems to still be some bugs. All the major features have actually been put into the game now, as has been said in the changelog. So I'm going to get some yellow dye pans, just like there we go. And as you can see, there does still seem to be a few bugs with these red bars not appearing in the right place, and possibly some trade slots. I don't reckon that's actually needed there. But yeah, I reckon some more bug fixes to come, but the major updates, the major features are now in the game. That is it for this quick update video. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.